Marston. I am with Team Green Promise, a Norwex independent sales consultant group. And today I'm going to show you a chicken demo, which is going to allow you to see how our #1 selling product, our EnviroCloth, holds up to bleach and vinegar and water. And I know some of you all use vinegar and water to avoid those chemicals in your home that are so bad for us, but I want you to see how these compare in cleaning bacteria off the counter. The first thing I'm going to do is rub raw chicken on these surfaces, on these 3 surfaces here. And then I'm going to sprinkle some Glow Germ and use a black light to show you how much of that bacteria would be left on your counter if you clean with 3 different products. The reason we have to use this is because we don't have microscopes, so I can't really show you that with the magnifying capacity that I need. So I'm going to use these 2 things. First, let me show you real quick what the counters look like before you put anything on them, just so you can kind of have an idea of what they're supposed to look like clean. So with the lights off, you can kind of see the counters, how they look with no Glow Germ. This is how they should look after you clean the counters with these different cleaning products. All right, so let's get to it. Let's rub some raw chicken on the counters and some of the Glow Germ. Okay, so now let's clean these different parts of the counter. This first part, again, we're going to use vinegar and water and a paper towel, which, by the way, people tend to use about 45 pounds of paper towels every year, which ends up in a landfill, which is kind of sad. Okay, so wipe that off really, really well. It's looking clean, looking good. Here are the bleach wipes, disinfecting wipes. Which, by the way, bleach has to stay wet on a counter for about 10 minutes for it to do any good. So it has to stay visibly wet. If you're spraying it on there and wiping it off, it's pretty much not doing any good. Plus, depending on the brand that you get, it kills about 7 to 8 strains of bacteria, which in our belly button, we have over 2,000. So it's not, yeah, I didn't know that until I started working with Norwex. It's pretty disheartening when I found that out. All right, here's our wet EnviroCloth. So you just get it wet, you fold it into 4ths, just to give you 4 cleaning surfaces before you have to go rinse it out. Now I'm going to take this cloth and I'm going to wipe it on this 4th section so you can see that there's no cross-contamination. When I turn the lights off and use the black light, if you see anything left over here, you know that it cross-contaminated. Let's see how these products hold up to the EnviroCloth, all right? This is the vinegar and water. Goodness gracious, you can see all the residue left over. I just put an X in the middle of these boxes just so you can see even better. This is the Clorox wipes. If you're like me, you're pretty shocked. I can't believe that those products. So all of that is leftover bacteria that you think is clean when you put your fruit on it or whatever, sandwiches, making sandwiches. All of that's going to get on your bread, your fruit. And this is the EnviroCloth. Nothing left. All right, this 4th section again is to show that there is no cross-contamination with the EnviroCloth. I took that EnviroCloth after I had wiped all of that up and I wiped it over here, nothing. Pretty crazy. Now I'm going to use the EnviroCloth to wipe this up. Okay. As you can see, the EnviroCloth picked up the remainder of the bacteria that the vinegar and water left and the bleach left. So now I have proven to you how amazing this cloth is. Let me tell you how it's able to do that. To be microfiber, you have to be 1/10 the size of a human hair, which is pretty incredible. That's why people clean with microfiber. It's a really good quality cloth. Norwex has come up with a way to make their cloth, the fibers in their cloth, 1/200th the size of a human hair, which is kind of hard to fathom. And if you unraveled our EnviroCloth, it would go from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. Those two reasons make the fiber really, really dense. That's why our cloth is mechanically cleaning, which means that all those little tiny fibers are picking things up off the counter and holding them tight to the cloth. Other cleaners chemically clean, and as you've seen today, not so well. Our cloth is mechanically cleaning. It's picking up anything and everything, which is why it's really good for getting stains off clothes and carpets and furniture, walls, smudges on walls. It picks everything up and it holds on tight to it, which is why, as you saw over here, it doesn't cross-contaminate. You can wipe up raw chicken juice like I did today and literally put it on your face and you're safe to do that. Okay, so those are the two reasons why it's able to clean so well. The third thing I want to tell you about is really exciting. It's the silver that's embedded in our cloths. After you've cleaned up all manner of grossness in your house, you take it to the sink, you rinse it out, you wring it out, hang it up to dry on these nice little tags that Norwex has for us. As it's drying, that bacteria is going to work. If you know anything about the silver is going to work, sorry. If you know anything about silver, bacteria hates silver. So the silver is suffocating the bacteria, not allowing it to grow and reproduce and cover the cloth, which is what happens to our other cloths. But as it's drying, it's suffocating the bacteria. And so when you use it the next day, you're good to go. It's a good clean cloth. So instead of cleaning with other cloths and throwing it in the laundry room and having to be cleaned immediately, you can use this again and again and again. So after several uses, I usually wash mine like once a week depending on how much I've used it. Then you launder it. Just make sure you don't use bleach or fabric softener on it, as that coats the silver. And you're good to use this again. So you're saving money on your electric bill, your water bill. It's easier to use. It's much quicker to use. You get it wet and you just go to town on your whole house instead of having to go find all the different cleaning products that you use. Under what cabinet is my disinfectant wipes now, okay? So you're just using this one cloth. It's pretty amazing. Hopefully you will add this to your home and be able to get rid of all of those chemicals that are harming you and just use a wet and viral cloth. Thank you so much for watching.